Hello everyone, and welcome back to Citizenship Compass, your ultimate guide to conquering the US citizenship in.
Good morning. I came here for my US citizenship test.
Good morning. Can I have your appointment notice and state ID, please?
Sure. Here you go.
I need to take your picture and scan your fingerprints right here. Can you please move one step closer and look at the camera in front of you?
Sure.
Now can you please place your left index finger on the scanner?
Sure.
Okay. Everything is perfect. Take your notice and ID back with you, and wait for your turn. The officer should be here in a moment.
Thank you.
Alma Mendoza?
Yes. That's me.
Hi, I am Officer Pierre Richard, and I will conduct your naturalization interview today.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, officer.
Please follow me. How are you doing today?
It's great, thank you. And how about you?
I am good too. Thank you for asking. Can I have your appointment letter, passport, green card, and ID?
Sure. Here you go.
Thank you very much. Please put your things beside your chair and have a seat.
Thank you, officer.
Do you feel well prepared for your interview today?
Yes, I do.
That's great. If you do not understand any question, feel free to ask me to repeat it.
Okay.
Did you come here voluntarily?
Yes, I did. I've been looking forward to this day.
How long did it take you to get here?
It took 30 minutes to get here.
Do you need to use the restroom before we start?
No, I am fine, thank you for asking.
Do you have any physical disability or mental impairment that prevents you from demonstrating your knowledge and understanding any part or question of the naturalization exam?
No.
Are you ready for your interview?
Yes, officer, I am ready, but I am a bit nervous.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. Do you understand why you are here today?
Yes, I am here for my citizenship interview.
Why do you want to become a US citizen?
Because I want to vote.
How are you eligible to become a United States citizen?
I have been a lawful permanent resident for over 3 years.
Okay. How long have you been waiting for me?
I have been waiting for about 1 hour.
I am sorry to have kept you waiting.
No worries, officer.
How did you get here today?
My husband drove me here.
Do you have any questions before we start?
No, I don't.
How was the traffic today?
Not too bad.
Did you have any trouble finding our building?
No, officer, it was quite easy.
Okay. Will you please stand up and raise your right hand? Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly affirm that the statements you are about to make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Please put down your hand and take a seat.
Thank you.
Do you know what you just promised?
Yes, officer. I promise to tell the truth.
Do you know what take an oath means?
It's a public promise that I have to do truthfully.
Please let me know if any of your answers have changed since submitting your application.
Sure.
What is your first name?
Alma.
What is your last name?
Mendoza.
Please spell your last name.
Mendoza.
What is name exactly as it appears on your permanent resident card?
Alma Mendoza.
Please spell your last name.
Mendoza.
Where do you currently live?
8211 West Main Street, Corning, Arizona.
Do you still live in the same place since you've applied for citizenship?
Yes, officer.
Has your address changed since you've submitted your application?
No, officer.
Have you used any other name before?
No, officer.
Have you used any other name since your birth?
No.
Do you want to change your name legally?
No, officer.
What country were you born in?
I was born in the Philippines.
Can you please verify your date of birth?
It's September 2nd, 1996.
Can you verify your social security number, please?
173180101.
How did you get your green card?
My husband petitioned for me.
Are either of your parents US citizens?
No, officer.
Were your parents married before your 18th birthday?
No.
Where do your parents live now?
In the Philippines.
Are you currently single, married, divorced, or widowed?
I am married.
Okay. Have you had any previous marriages?
No, officer.
On what date did you get married?
On December 12, 2016.
What is your spouse's legal status in the United States?
He is a US citizen.
What is your current spouse's full name and date of birth?
His full name is Jose Mario Bello Pineda, and date of birth is July 8, 1990.
On what date did your spouse become a U.S. citizen?
He is a US citizen by born.
On what date did you become a permanent resident?
I became a lawful permanent resident on November 5, 2017.
How many times has your present spouse been married?
Twice.
Okay. What is the name of your husband's ex-wife, and what's her date of birth?
Her name was Maria Cruz Santos, and date of birth was November 16, 1994.
On what date did your current husband's marriage with his prior wife end?
January 5, 2015.
Do you currently have with you your husband's divorce decree from his prior marriage?
Yes, I do have. Here you are.
Thank you. Do you have any children?
No.
Where else have you lived the last 5 years?
I have been living at the same address since last 5 years.
How many years have you lived at your current home address?
I have been living at the same address since I became a lawful permanent resident.
Have you taken any trips outside the U.S. in the last 5 years?
No, I didn't.
Now we will go over your N-400 application. If you do not understand a question, feel free to ask me to repeat it. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand what oath of allegiance is?
A promise to be loyal to the United States.
Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time?
No, officer.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes, of course.
Do you now have, or did you ever have a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country?
No.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes, of course.
Do you understand the meaning of bearing arms on behalf of the United States?
To carry and use weapons, on behalf of the United States as per law.
Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States?
Yes, I do.
Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes?
No.
Okay. What does owe taxes means?
Owe any money to the government.
Have you ever been in jail or prison?
No, never.
Do you understand the meaning of have you ever?
In my lifetime.
Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense?
No.
Define the meaning of convicted of crime.
Officially been found guilty of a crime in a law court.
Were you ever involved in any way with not letting someone practice his or her religion?
No, never.
Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help or otherwise participate in an insurgent organization?
No.
What is insurgent organization?
A group who fights against a government.
Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
No.
Okay. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen in writing or any other way?
No, officer.
What does claim to be a U.S. citizen mean?
To state that I am a U.S. citizen.
Have you ever helped anyone to enter, or try to enter the United States illegally?
No, never.
Have you called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident?
No.
What is non-U.S. resident?
A person who does not live in the U.S.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes, of course.
What is work of national importance?
Tasks that are important to a nation.
Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States, or gain immigration benefits in the United States?
No, never.
Did you ever receive any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training?
No, officer.
Have you ever been a member of, or in any way associated either directly or indirectly with a terrorist organization?
No, never.
What is a terrorist organization?
An organization that uses violence against people.
Have you ever been a member of, or in any way associated, either directly or indirectly, with the Communist Party?
No, never.
Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit?
No, never.
What is immigration benefit?
An advantage that is related to immigration.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer for any reason?
No, never.
Do you understand the meaning of cited?
Given a ticket by the police.
Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading?
No, never.
Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined to a mental institution?
No, never.
Do you know what legally incompetent means?
Can't make any decision as per law because of mental problem.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes, of course.
Were you ever involved in any way with genocide?
No.
Okay. What is genocide?
To kill a whole race.
Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States?
No, never.
What is public benefit?
Government programs that provide assistance to the public.
Have you ever not filed a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident?
No, officer.
What does it mean to file a tax return?
To send tax paperwork to the government.
Okay. Now we're going to move on to the reading and writing portions, to test your ability to read and write English. First, we'll start with the reading portion. Please look at the tablet in front of you, and read the sentence out loud for me. You need to get 1 out of 3 sentences correct to pass. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Please read this sentence.
What is one right in the Bill of Rights?
Very good. Congratulations. You have passed your reading test.
Wow, Thank you, officer.
Okay. Now we're going to move on to the writing portion. I want you to write the sentence down on the tablet that I'm going to say out loud. You need to get 1 out of 3 sentences correct to pass. Okay?
Okay.
Please write this sentence. Citizens have the right to vote. Right. Congratulations. You have passed your writing test.
Thank you, officer.
Now we will start with the civics test. In the civics portion, I will ask you up to 10 questions. However, if you answer 6 correctly, I will stop. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment?
Speech.
Who does a U.S. Senator represent?
All people of the state.
What are 2 rights of everyone living in the United States?
Freedom of religion. Freedom of speech.
What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for?
U.S. diplomat.
Who did the United States fight in World War II?
Japan, Germany, and Italy.
What is the capital of the United States?
Washington, D.C.
When do we celebrate Independence Day?
July 4.
Congratulations. You have passed the interview.
Thank you, officer.